Woman convicted of assault after throwing dynamite at her boyfriend, and he grabbed it, and it didn't end well for him. This is the breaking story coming out of New York. WSB-TV2, Suffolk County, New York. A New York woman has been convicted. This is a picture of her. Yeah, to me, she looks every bit as crazy as she actually is. That's my opinion. Sometimes you could look at a photo and see if somebody's really crazy. I don't know, it's in the eyes. Just look at the eyes for a moment. You see her eyes? Yeah, well, that's crazy. And if you think that you're going to be the man that gets with this woman to fix her, you sadly mistaken, because she's going to blow you up while you in your bed, literally. This woman threw an explosive. She threw a stick of dynamite at her boyfriend while he was sleeping. A jury convicted her just recently in Suffolk County, New York, and she was convicted. Her name is Keyonna Waddell on assault in the first degree and criminal possession of a weapon in the first degree, dynamite, explosives. The Suffolk County District Attorney Office said the prosecution said the couple had an argument on March 22nd, 2024, and the boyfriend left the apartment. Imagine getting in an argument with your girlfriend and leaving the apartment just to come back, and know that sooner or later, it's all about to blow up in your face or in your hands. The boyfriend left the apartment, as did Waddell. When he returned, he went to the bed to go to sleep, but he was awakened by a hissing sound. And when he woke up and he heard that hissing sound, and he saw fire on the floor of his bedroom, and he panicked. He found what appeared to be a stick of dynamite that had apparently been thrown into his bedroom, and he tried unsuccessfully to put it out. That's what the news release said. That's what the DA told the news release. He picked it up and tried to throw it outside, but the stick of dynamite, pow! It blew up in his hand, in his dominant hand. He felt searing pain and realized that his hand was gone, the district attorney said. As the man ran to the end of the driveway, he saw Waddell, his girlfriend, running away. Police transported the man to an area hospital where the remainder of his hand and part of his arm had to be amputated. Gone, just like that. He was sleeping one second. Well, he was arguing with his girlfriend, sleeping, woke up to hissing dynamite, grabbed the dynamite, boom, blew his hand off, saw his girlfriend running away. Now, large portion of his hand and arm amputated. Gone. That's how quick you can lose it. Waddell was arrested the next day. Officials said that she had threatened the man several times with dynamite in the months leading up to the incident, the district attorney said in a news release about the conviction. Waddell will be back in court next month for sentencing. She's convicted. She just got convicted. I don't know what the sentence is going to be. I don't know what the sentence could be, but it makes me think about the Bible. And everybody is familiar with the term an eye for an eye, a hand for a hand, or a tooth for a tooth, or an ear for an ear. Whatever, you get the point. The sentence that would most serve justly would be that if she's found guilty, she's brought out back, somebody would, I don't know, should we hire, should the taxpayer, I'm asking y'all a question, share in the comments, should the taxpayers, would you approve the taxpayer funds to go toward, we know there's executioners, right? The states that have capital punishment have somebody who, has to press the button or has to administer, they call them Dr. Death, right? Somebody has to administer the concoction that goes into the prisoner's veins for them to get lethal injection. There's an executioner, or someone has to hit the lever for the electric chair. Somebody has to fire the round from the firing squad. So we pay people. They get a paycheck, the executioner. So should we start paying? Would you approve your tax money being paid for not an executioner, but a limb taker, right? So she took her boyfriend's arm off. So they bring her back and they take her arm off. You saw the TV series Saw, where he was administering his self-proclaimed justice on society for people who he thought did wrong. And he gave them an option in this dark, twisted, and demented world that he built, where there was traps and bombs and booby traps, and people lost, legs, arms, and they died in some very vicious manners. Would you like to see a limb taker be able to get hired with taxpayers' money to take people like Miss Waddell. I'm calling her Miss Waddell. She needs to be called Miss Savage, but that's an injustice to savages all across the world. What was her name again? Keyonna. Would you want to see Keyonna's arm chopped off? Would you support Keyonna losing her arm? She should lose the arm, and she should get a couple decades in prison at minimum. Man, she took this dude's arm. This was her boyfriend. I don't know what kind of argument they got into or what leads to a woman threatening somebody with dynamite. If you have a girlfriend and she is threatening you with explosives, you need to seek professional help, call the police. You are in danger. If anybody threatens anybody with the use of explosives, you are in a bad situation. You need to get out of that relationship, man. Look at this woman, man. This woman is crazy. They don't have pictures of the dude, because if I was the dude, I wouldn't want my pictures floating around either. But I would definitely be inside that courtroom and in that courthouse and sitting down with that DA saying, look, I want the harshest possible sentence that the law can administer. That's what I want for this woman. So I don't know what New York, what the maximum sentence is for her crimes, being convicted of criminal possession of a weapon in the first degree and assault in the first degree. Man, that's assault and battery, man. She took the dude's arm off, man. I mean, imagine waking up to dynamite. We know what dynamite is because we see it in movies, but most of us haven't seen dynamite in real life. I've seen dynamite in real life. I worked in plug and abandonment out there in the Gulf of Mexico. I seen dynamite. We sent dynamite in the hole to blow up the oil well so they can close the oil well with concrete or whatever it is that they mix and send down there. I seen explosives. So I know what they are because I worked with them. And you got to be real careful. How she got dynamite anyway? Where did she go get dynamite from? Who's the dynamite supplier? See, we got questions need answering. How this woman got a stick of dynamite? I mean, you just can't go to the local hardware store and be like, yeah, I need a box of screws. I need a pack of nails. I need 2 2x4s and 2 sticks of dynamite. It just don't happen. I don't know where to get dynamite. I don't even know where to get dynamite. Where you get dynamite from? I mean, I know you can make improvised IEDs, but where you get dynamite from? Like a stick of dynamite. Back in the days, in the Western days, you can go to the saloon or the local hardware store next to the saloon, get you a couple sticks of dynamite because you were going prospecting for that gold or that oil down in Texas. So you could get dynamite. It was readily available. But it ain't readily available anymore. But Keyonna, she had a dynamite connect. She had a dynamite plug, as they say. And now she's convicted and gone to prison. And that's the crazy, most unusual and unique crime and prison story that's floating around on the internet today that I just gave to you. If you want more of the unusual and unique daily crime, then you're in the right place. Hit that like and subscribe button and welcome to the community. And go check out this video for another crazy and unusual story in the realm of crime. Keyonna, you are nuts.